Hello, I'm Rachel from Douentza Garden in Ireland, and you are very welcome to this unboxing video. Today I'm going to open up an order from Temu. Now, if you don't know Temu, they're a vast online company that has an extensive range of goods, including gardening things, and that's what we're looking at today. I was very happy when Temu approached me and asked me to, have a look at some of their goods because I'd already used them. And the auger that I ordered earlier on in the year actually came from them, and it is a good and cheap product. So I was very glad to try out some other things. So, guess what? Today there's going to be no planting of plants. There's going to be an unboxing of wonderful gardening things. Let's see what I got. Well, it seems Katsuki has decided to join us for this unboxing video. And let me just tell you a little bit about Temu before we get stuck into seeing what I have. They're a large online company, as I mentioned, and their prices are extremely affordable. Also, the quality of the goods are really quite up there, quite high. And I know this because I've ordered from them before. The auger that I bought earlier on in the year is really very sturdy and it's excellent. It's going to be excellent for planting bulbs in autumn, but I've already used it at the end of the drill for planting my sweet pea out because they went into a very inhospitable section of the garden where the soil is very, very tough. Temu, they accept all major credit cards and debit cards, and you can return items up to 90 days after you've received them, and the delivery is free. So what's not to love, really? Katsuki is really distracting me here, but I wanted to tell you about Temu's flash sales. So they have a lot of flash sales on their website where you can get even more money off the objects that you want to purchase. And you can also have coupons. Now, as you're watching this video today, I will let you know that there is an exclusive coupon that you can use, and putting the coupon number up here on the screen, and there's a link down in the video description where you can go to the website and and use the coupon. There is a website, you can order from the website, but if you download the app to your phone, you will have a much more seamless shopping experience. And isn't that right, Kathy? So it's kind of advisable. Right. Now, are you going to get out of my way, Katsuki? Because I do want to open these items. And what'll I start with? So I've got 3 packages, this one, and this one. And Temu, it's a kind of a conglomeration of different companies in the same way that Amazon is. And the result of that is that there are lots of objects on there, lots of things on there that are slightly different from each other. And you're going to see that as I open some of these parcels here today. And that's because they come from different companies, and also then the packages, they come from different places. And I got 3 packages. They arrived very quickly, delivery was very quick. So these 2 big ones arrived within 7 days of placing the order, and the little one here, which is quite intriguing, arrived 9 days after, in different coloured packaging. But I guess we're going to start with this one. Let's start with this one and open it up. Now, I have to tell you that there's so much stuff, so much different stuff on the Temu website that it's very hard to stay focused. And I was looking primarily for gardening stuff, which is usually no problem for me. Yet in this instance, I did find that my eye wandered. And you may recall that we had such a terrible, terrible wet spring this year that I just got absolutely drenched. And I started out looking at raincoats, can you believe, on the website, because I really want something that's waterproof so I don't drown when I'm doing the gardening again. But in the end, I was overwhelmed by some gorgeous, gorgeous little items on there, and the raincoat went out of the trolley and these items went in. You'll see in a minute. And I have a tiny little box here. Well, I just take these things out first so that we can know what's what. I have ordered 16 items, 16 things. Okay, so maybe we're going to start with that. Whoa, it's like Christmas with all this stuff, isn't it, Catsby? She's not saying. Whoa, so hard to do. Okay, I'm going to open up this, which is clearly plant supports. And the thing about plant supports is you could never have enough of them. Plant supports are the one thing in your garden that are always a welcome gift or a welcome purchase. And just a little tip here, if you are buying plant supports on the Temu website, have a good look around, because if you click into the items, there are full measurements. Don't be I don't know, blinded by what the picture looks like. Go and see the information. All the good information is there about what the sizes are. So you know exactly what you're getting. And here we have peony hoops. Okay, so these are the first set of plant supports, and they are metal coated in plastic, and I have 6. So this is the order that was 6. Now, the plant supports on the Temu website are chiefly meant for like greenhouse and house plants to help support those. However, if you look at the measurements, some of them can be used very easily and well in the garden. And again, like they have a lot that are very similar in width, and width is important in this because that's what, I mean, it means you can hold up more plants. And there were some that were 11 centimeters wide. I had them in my basket, but they sold out just before I managed to place the order. So these ones are slightly smaller. Now, that would be ideal for a large plant in a pot in the greenhouse, just to support it, whether it's Xanthodecia, calla lilies. You could use it on regular lilies if they weren't too tall, and at the front of the border. So in the border there are a lot of plants that are really quite low, and these little supports would do a great job of just holding them up and stopping them get hit by the lawnmower. I guess just for comparison's sake, we're going to open this other set here, which seems to be a little bit wider. And as I say, there were different sizes. I tried out different sizes. So these ones are definitely wider, look. And again, all the measurements are there on the website, and good quality. They're metal coated with plastic. So they're going to last a long time in the garden, just holding up. I could use this on a variety of things, whether it was geraniums just to hold them back, or lots of great things. Right, so that's those ones. The third set of plant supports. Did I tell you I like plant supports? You could never have enough plant supports. Okay, so 8 of these, and I think they're the same size as the other ones, like in terms of height. Yes, the same height as I recall. And actually, so the ones on the left are slightly bigger than the ones on the right, and I did see that variation on the website, so slightly like a centimetre difference in width, and that's just because they were made by different companies. Okay, so those are my supports, and now we're going to move on to perhaps something a little bit more exciting. Let's open this box. Well, this is very well packaged. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this cutie. I think these are what they term as Korean style pots, and I have a set of them here. They have holes at the bottom, so you can actually use them to plant up things. And I have several styles. Now, Catsby, don't knock that down, whatever you do. So cute. Isn't that gorgeous? Blue one. Do you like that, Catsby? Yeah, gorgeous. I think she loves it. And the pink one, actually, you know, that's gorgeous. They're fantastic. And these are the cute little items that I was totally smitten with. So the rain gear came out of my trolley and in went these lovely, lovely little pots. There may be a few more in here in the order. So I'll use these for potting up some of my cacti or succulents. Actually, they're quite ample for a small cactus. And I just love when the pot that you're using is just as pretty as the plant that you're potting up. Right, let's open this one. This is one that arrived separately. This was the third package. And we have opened 4 of my 16 items so far. And this is number 5. Okay, so this is a sharpener for garden tools. Well, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Rachel, I don't need any more sharpening of garden tools. But yeah, that'll do the job well. What are these? Ay, ay, ay. And I'm saying the right thing. Ay, 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 that's an eye. Okay, so this is a face for placing on a tree. And you need a nail at the back, you see? So the nail goes into the tree and you just hook this on here. And I think that my grandson would be delighted to find such a face on one of the trees that he loves. There's a particular weeping birch tree that is his favourite, and when he goes under there to hide and comes across this space, he is going to be so delighted. Now let's move on to item 7 of my unboxing, and no surprises what this is. These are moss poles, and I've got 2 sets because one is taller than the other. Now you, if you've watched my channel for a while, will know that I am experimenting with growing aroids, particularly up moss poles, and I'm not going to unwrap these now. And well, you know, these are the moss poles I use, the plastic ones, and they have a curve around the front with holes in and filled with moss, and then the plant will send its roots in there into the moss, and the back is solid so that it just stops the plant losing too much moisture. So one is slightly longer than the other, and I'm not sure which is which, but yeah, we all know how these things work, and they are really excellent and the best way forward. These would be the smaller ones, I would guess. Look. A really, really, really cute little bowl. Look at it. The mushrooms on the side. Drainage hole at the bottom. And again, we're talking cacti, we're talking succulents. They want a shallow bowl because the worst thing that they can have is to sit in a lot of water. So that is going to be excellent for them. Different style to the Korean pots here, which are deeper. But I mean, there are some cactuses that want a deeper root run and some that want shallower. And this is going to deal with my shallow ones. That's a really cute little pot. Was it hand painted? I think it might have been hand painted. I'll have to check the description again. And here we have another lovely ornamental item for the garden. And this is metal. I love the rusted metal look. And you may recall one of you sent me a gorgeous little rusted metal pig, which I adore and have in my glass house. Flying pig, very, very Lovely little thing. And these are also rusted items. So these are birds, and these rusted metal birds can be affixed to, I guess, a wooden object. I'm kind of thinking about putting them on my new pot tidy because they would look so sweet there. And moving on, we have another item here. What is this? Oh yeah. So these are gloves, and they're compression gloves, and any of you who suffer from problems with the joints from working in the garden or whatever it might be may have seen ads for these on social media, and they usually cost an absolute fortune. But these on Temu were quite cheap, and I thought I would try them out. Well, they seem to be just really fingerless gloves. Is there some element of them that makes them compress your hands a bit better? But I certainly find when early on in the year when it's cold and I get a lot of joint pain, it's relieved by wearing fingerless gloves, just regular fingerless gloves. So these might be just the ticket. I'm not going to put on the other one now at the moment because of ye old plaster, but that's great. And I think these were like €2 or something. So a far cry from the prices you see them at sale for in other places. And here we have something small. So these are little snips. Everybody knows snips. Snips are what you need to deadhead. And whether it's a pelargonium in the greenhouse or it's those geums in the garden, this little snips is so much handier than a secateurs, which is big and bulky and will end up just crushing those tiny little stems. You know, they were like $1.99 or something for 3. You really can't go wrong. Oh. Okay, here we have another little, okay, so I dropped it, but it's okay, it didn't break. So this is another face for a tree to delight my grandson, and you can see how it's got the big googly bloogly eyes straight up. And let's put it here beside the other one. I think these things are really, really cute. Very cute. Okay, another parcel over here. And we've got more pots. Well, if you watch the channel, you'll know about me and pots. I absolutely love clay pots. And these little doties are the bee's knees. Again, with the Korean style. Isn't it gorgeous? And here you can see how the style is very slightly different from the other ones I ordered. And we have 3 here with this new set of pots, all in good order, not broken at all. The pots, I must say, are wrapped really, really well. Wow, my goodness, I actually feel quite exhausted from all this unwrapping. But it's great to have such lovely things. And here we have another major parcel, which I am unwrapping here, with big things in it. Ah, yes! Gosh, look at this. So this, as you can tell from the picture, is a metal stand for putting in a pot. And it's an obelisk, and you can have these that go in the garden, or you can have them that go in a pot to support a plant. And I think this is perhaps the single most expensive item that I bought from Teemu. It seems to be plastic. I bought the obelisk for use with my Hoya. Now the Hoya is a climbing plant, and when it finishes flowering I'm going to repot it in a pot that will accommodate the width of the obelisk and just train it up so it will completely clothe the obelisk, and I'll have a whole mass of greeny flowery Hoya. And I think this is the last item. Have you been keeping track? Did you count to 16? Okay, this one is well wrapped in polystyrene, so I feel it might be fragile. Yeah, more pots. Oh, look at that gorgeousness. Look at it. I think this is another hand painted one. Isn't the design just fantastic? And if I recall correctly, I think there are two of these, slightly different. Wow, lovely. Again with the bowls, which are ideal for cacti and succulents, although these are rather deep bowls, so you could grow a variety of plants in them. But they're ceramic, they're hand painted, and they are absolutely beautiful. A good size as well. What a haul. I'm sure you'll agree that was an amazing amount of stuff and such great quality. I particularly love these clay pots, absolutely gorgeous. And the metal hoops, well, you know, two of them I think are really good for the garden, and the other may be used in the greenhouse. I'll just use it for pots in there because it's a little bit small, but that's okay because we also need to support our plants that are in pots. And yeah, well, you saw it all. And if you want to order from Teemu, don't forget the link is in the description down below, and the code will get you further discounts other than what's there on their website with their flash sales and everything else. Thank you as always for watching my video, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.